Why risk it? Why risk going to the doctor? No wonder our life expectancy is going down. U.S. life expectancy is crashing down and not keeping up with other countries. And this is even USA Today reporting this. U.S. life expectancy problem is bigger than we ever thought, a new report finds. The report is from the American Journal of Public Health. The country's life expectancy problem gained renewed attention in recent years during the COVID-19 pandemic after seeing the largest drop since World War II, as U.S. life expectancy continues to plummet. And this is a bigger drop than other countries. So obviously the pandemic, hence the name, was worldwide, but the U.S. life expectancy is dropping even beyond what other countries are experiencing or have experienced. As U.S. life expectancy continues to plummet, a new report found the country has been at a life expectancy disadvantage since the 1950s, and it has only gotten worse since then. The study, published Thursday in the American Journal of Public Health, also shows more than 50 countries have surpassed the U.S. in life expectancy since the 1930s. They passed us. Even though we're the richest country in the world, right? 50 countries have passed us in terms of life expectancy, and a handful of states may be partly responsible. The scale of the problem is bigger than we ever thought. It's a quote from a doctor. Older than we thought, and the number of countries outperforming the United States is much larger than we thought. Well, maybe part of this has to do with our politicians not giving a tip of a turd about your average American. You have Americans suffering. You have Americans that can't pay for necessities. We don't have clean water. We don't have clean air. And yet we're sending $100 billion to Ukraine, spending $1 trillion a year on war, and they're cutting food stamps. So that clearly is part of it. But part of why our life expectancy is also far worse than other countries is a lot of other countries don't have nearly the prevalence of things like fast food. They don't mainline Arby's Baconator sandwiches the way we do. They don't have oxygen masks that pump Taco Bell, Dorito Locos, Chalupas straight into their lungs at a speed faster than when you unkink the garden hose. All right? I mean, other countries don't have this shit at the level we do. Other countries don't have the level of sedentary lifestyle that the U.S. does. Most other countries, the average person doesn't, roll out of bed into a rascal scooter, take that out to the car that's been pre-air conditioned, drive the car to the drive-through food window, then drive to work where they walk 4 steps into a cubicle where they sit for the next 9 hours, then take the car home before rolling into their lazy boy, which has their Velcro Snuggie already on it, so they don't have to get up to get it. It just wraps around them and Velcros without them even moving. And then they reach into the refrigerator in the side of the lazy boy for a Mike's Hard Lemonade. Most other countries don't quite have the prevalence of that. Most other countries don't have our level of shit healthcare system. Most other countries provide health care to their citizens. Even people who have some insurance in this country are afraid to go to the doctor unless their limbs are like actively falling off, because who knows what your insurance is actually going to cover. You got an extra Band-Aid at the hospital. Well, we're not covering that after that cancer surgery. You got an extra Band-Aid. So we didn't approve that Band-Aid, so that'll be $12,000. Yeah, you have insurance, but not for that. So people have stopped going to the doctor because why risk it? Why risk going to the doctor? No wonder our life expectancy is going down. And on top of that, like I said, you have unclean water because our politicians don't care about our infrastructure. They don't care. 2,000 U.S. cities have lead that is beyond safe levels. Air quality. You have a lot of people living in corporate sacrifice zones where corporations just pollute and destroy the land and the air. So to me, it's not a shock that our life expectancy is going down.